Hello and welcome to my video blog. I'm Stephan Arawn. I'm a spiritual healer and guide focused on helping people like yourself to find and live your truth. Today we're going to continue the mini-series Living in the Now While Planning for the Future. I'm going to risk the assumption that if you have found yourself listening to this video, you've already had the opportunity to check out the first in the series where we got to experience living in the moment, and I shared some thoughts on why that's important, as well as touched on the insanity we create by living for a non-existent past or a non-existent future. So today I want to jump into the concept of planning. And in this, I'm hoping to touch on a few questions that I think will empower you in your planning process. So first is to just touch on why it's even important to have a plan. Second, we're going to talk about the energetic or metaphysical principles behind a plan. And then we're also going to share a secret about planning in a way that will help you to have much more success. So to start off with, we're going to talk about why even have a plan. And to illustrate that, I'm going to flip that over and say, when's the last time you didn't have a plan? And how much fun was it? Because you got to scramble that last minute to put everything together. And you probably also didn't get the results that you were hoping for. And often that's not our choice. Sometimes it's somebody else's responsibility to create the plan. And we come in as a piece of that at the last minute and find that they haven't and get to have our whole world turned upside down because of lack of plan. So to illustrate the positive aspect of plan, I'm going to talk a little bit about a concept called the 4 worlds of manifestation. So with the 4 worlds of manifestation, there's 4 steps. The first being your idea, then thoughts, then plan, then action. So the idea here is that we take the idea along with the thought and we use a plan to give that some form and some foundation before we go into the 4th step of action. Because if you go straight into action without having the plan, then even if you have a great idea and a lot of thoughts about it, it tends to dwindle the energy all over the place and you're much less likely to have the success in manifesting what it is that you're looking for. So that's the concept, the metaphysics behind it. If you're interested in learning more about the 4 worlds of manifestation, there's a couple of ways that I can help you to find the right person for that. First, if you're interested in experiencing the Empower Thyself class, we do touch on that concept along with a lot more energetic principles. And then secondly, if you really want to go deep into the 4 worlds of manifestation, it's actually a concept that's taken from Kabbalah. And Kabbalah is actually available around the world from teachers with the mystery school that I study with. And there's other forms and ways to get it as well. But if you're interested, let me know. We'll get you in contact with the right person. So then the last thing that I said that I would like to touch on today is how can we plan in a way that is going to help ensure more chance of a success with our plan? And the way that I like to think about this next tip is I call it the 60-30-10 rule. So when we come into a plan or we're coming into anything that we're hoping to succeed on, 60% of our opportunity to exceed is based off of the skills and the assets and the knowledge that we bring to the table. 30% of it is based off of bringing it to the right table, and then 10% of it is based off of luck. So even if luck is against you, you're still likely to have an 80% chance of succeeding if you're taking your skill set and matching it with the correct opportunity. So an example of that would be, I have a great skill set and a knowledge base in metaphysics. And so I'm sharing that through an opportunity through this video now to people who would be interested in hearing it. And so my idea is to help others around the world to find and live their truth. That's my life purpose. That's what I'm focused on doing all the time. So my plan has a lot better chance of succeeding because I'm aiming the right thing to the right people. I wouldn't really want to go and try and do this just standing out on a street corner because I'm matching it with the correct opportunity. There's going to be chaos of people walking past me all the time. You know, even though I have 60% of what I need, the skills, it's a much bigger struggle to do it when I'm not presenting it into the right place. That said, you never know who's going to stop and want to listen. So there is still a 60% chance of me having success in that. I just prefer to take more control over it and match my skills with the correct opportunity. So I hope that concept makes sense for you and works for you, and you give it a try as you're planning out your next steps. I hope that you also have continued to take a moment and breathe regularly so that you can find yourself back centered in the moment And then, as we take these two concepts of living in the now and planning for the future, and we tie them together, we're going to do one more video next week and hopefully wrap up any loose ends that you might have on it. So I thank you so very much for allowing me to live my purpose and share this with people like yourself. Do know that I'm definitely here to support you. If you'd like to give me a call or shoot me an email, the information is going to be down below. Also, if you'd like to suggest a topic for our Friday conversations or our Friday blogs, please do so by going to my Facebook page, which I'll put down below, which is facebook.com/Stephan Arawn. And again, I'll put the link below. If you like that page, then you can submit on there what you might like to hear about on Fridays. So every Friday will be based off of someone else's suggestion. So again, I thank you. I honor you very much. I'm Stephan Arawn, and I'm wishing you a happy journey in finding and living your truth.